welcome to round 2 of the P1 AquaX Eurotour presented by Experience Kissimmee. We're here for the second year in a row in this pretty resort town called Agon-Coutainville on the Normandy coastline. Agon-Coutainville is the perfect alliance between land and sea, with its award-winning sandy beaches stretching 8 kilometres along the coastline. It also has one of the biggest tidal ranges in the world, with differences of 12 metres between high and low, which explains why I'm stood next to one of our buoys. At the opening event in La Seine-sur-Mer last month, Frenchman Alex Barret stole the overall win. Unfortunately, Alex can't be with us this weekend, so that leaves the door open for Jordi Thomas from Spain, who finished in second, and Frenchman Thomas Favellini, who finished in third. But we can't dismiss the rest of the field. Tim Batt put in a strong performance, and he's here this weekend to improve his championship standings. Joe Harvey will also be hoping to improve on his performance at round 1. After breaking his ankle at the final round last year, it's been a difficult start to the season for our reigning champion, as he struggles to find the form that won him that 2017 pro title. Thomas, you had a fantastic weekend in La Seine-sur-Mer, finishing 3rd place overall. Are you confident that you can do that again this weekend?
Yeah, the weekend at La Seine wasn't too bad, despite mechanical issues during the final race, and I finished on the podium. We've worked very hard on the ski since that first round, and I hope to get the victory this weekend. Today is very flat. Everyone's riding very well in these conditions, so the start should be very important. We'll see.
I hope to do a good race. In the last race, a 2nd place, good for me, for points for championship. I hope this race I win. Now it's very flat. I prefer a little wave, but this for the first moto is good flat. Tomorrow I hope more wave.
The format is simple. The races take place over 2 days, during which our competitors take part in 3 races. Each race is 30 minutes plus 1 lap, which tests our riders' skill and mechanical endurance of their craft. So let's head over to our race commentator for race 1.
Let's take a look at the course then. A double left-hander to kick the riders off. The penalty buoy there, the black one, if you miss a buoy throughout any point of the race. 1.7 kilometres in length. The riders are heading out for the first race of the weekend. The starting order is decided by a random draw. The lowest numbers gets pole position, which will be the inside spot closest to that first left-hand mark. And they're off! We're on board with Spain's Jordi Thomas, and there's Britain's Dave Huddleston, who are giving us onboard views of what it's like to be at the starting line. These skis reaching speeds of up to 85 miles an hour and accelerating to 60 miles an hour in less than 4.5 seconds. You can see it's not the smoothest of conditions, especially when you get wash whipped up into your face. So better to be out front going towards this first mark. Riders ahead of Jordi Thomas. He's got another one on the inside of him coming towards the first mark. So that's 1 mile already completed. It's Thomas Favolini who leads. Second position, Jordan Lambert on the Yamaha GP 1800. And muscling through the spray in third, I think, was the yellow Sea-Doo of Jordi Thomas. Conditions considered flat, but of course, as they start chopping up the water, it will become less and less flat. Great start from Claude van der Beek, who's competing in the AM 300 class this weekend. And he was ahead of Dave Huddleston, but Huddleston has more power available as a pro, and he goes back ahead of the AM rider. This is Favolini at the front, and though it looks calm, you can see that he is wrestling a little bit with the craft to keep it hooked up and driving through the water. Got to keep the tail and therefore the drive as much in the water as possible. Lambert in second position, now starting to come under pressure a little bit from our onboard cameraman Jordi Thomas there in third spot on the 99. Two very different riding styles required for the different makes of machinery. Thomas opting for the Sea-Doo, Lambert on the Yamaha. There on the left-hand side is Lambert. I think perhaps we're going to see a pass here. Pass a back marker. And I think that is Thomas back into second position. Yes, it is. Spray from the lap rider. Certainly not helping Lambert, but Thomas picked the better line, the outside line, and gets himself into second. Here's our leader, Favolini. Looks really settled through the chop. Really nice as he comes up down the inside of a back marker. These are big, heavy machines to muscle through the water. Certainly need a lot of physical strength. Oh, Favolini's slowed down. Favolini's got a problem with the Yamaha. And he's being towed back to port. Disaster for the championship. On board with Dave Huddleston. Now making up a little bit of ground after that poor start. And able to potentially get some more points now that the leader's out. Oh, he goes flying. Goes for a swim, ejected right side. And he should be able to recover from that, but he is going to lose some time as we check in with Joe Harvey in third spot, now chasing down Jordan Lambert. Now, where is Dave? In the water somewhere. Oh, he's been picked up by one of our rescue crews and now transferred back onto his machine, where, although he's lost time, he will still be able to compete. Coming to the line then, this is the last couple of corners, and our onboard cameraman, who didn't get a great start, was in third position, has made some moves, gained some luck, and the checkered flag falls for Jordi Thomas, who wins. Second position did go to Harvey, who got ahead of Lambert, as did Tim Batt, who gets on the podium. So that's Sea-Doo, Kawasaki and Yamaha on the podium.
I'm down here on the beach joined by Jordi Thomas. Jordi, what a race. You had a fantastic, strong start in the top three and pipped Thomas Favolini right at the end. How do you feel?
I'm very happy for winning this moto. And no good start, but lap to lap, I fast for to win. I'm happy.
So a look then at the standings after the first of three races. Jordi Thomas takes the 25 points, Joseph Harvey with 20, Tim Batt with 17, no points for Thomas Favolini, DNF.
Well done, Jordi Thomas, on his first win of this season. Well, that wraps up day one in Agon-Coutainville at this beautiful race site. We're back tomorrow with another action-packed day. See you then. Welcome back to Agon-Coutainville for the second day of the second round of the P1 AquaX Eurotour presented by Experience Kissimmee. While we enjoying the racing, the hard work is going on behind the scenes. I'm here with Aquacross Head Marshal and Trainer Glyn Ovens. Glyn, tell us about your very important role and what it entails.
So in my role, I'm looking after all the marshals, making sure they're all set, ready to go for the racing. So making sure their equipment's okay, all the buoys and marks are ready to go, and then the guys get out there, set the course. So I'm overseeing that, making sure the course is competitive and but of course safe. So the guys are on the water about 3 hours before the racing starts. So when the flag drops, everything's good to go.
Our reigning 2017 champion Joe Harvey showed he is back, and he means business. After a difficult start, he fought hard to finish in second place. Our top three is complete with another Brit, Tim Batt, who's got his eye on that top spot.
Yeah, I feel great, to be fair. I had fantastic first round down in south of France. You know, rode 3 sort of solid races. Started out a little bit slow in the first moto, but kept consistent and pulled back through the field a little bit. Well, I was actually running second yesterday. A little bit of arm pump kicked in about 25 minutes in. Managed to Joe come by me, and then I took Jordan Lambert on the very last lap. So it was a bit sketchy. I weren't really holding the handlebar on the last lap, so it was a bit all or nothing, to be honest.
So after his first win of the season, Geordie Thomas leads the championship. But there's still all to play for. Thomas Favellini is a man on a mission. It's time for race 2.
Remember, Favellini, no points out of the first race of the weekend. He did lead, however, he has the speed and he'll be on a mission to get a good start and take the victory this time. They race down 1 mile towards the first mark, flat out, up to speeds of 85 miles an hour. And who is going to get the whole shot through the first turn? On board with Carl Lofthouse, the 555 and 300 championship leader. But he, of course, without a little bit of power, sits at the back of the field. Thomas Bastis gets squeezed by Favellini and Geordie Thomas. Lots of water in the face. And here is Favellini, tucked down as far as he can, trying to squeeze every single mile an hour out of his machine. And yes, he's done it again. He's at the front, and by quite a margin by the looks of things. So whole shot number 2 for Favellini, leaving Thomas in his wake. Bastis and Lambert fighting over that second position. And there's a demonstration of exactly what happens if you don't make a good start. Joseph Harvey in the pack with water spraying at his face at 60 miles an hour. Unpleasant is an understatement. So that was Favellini going through shot. There he is, but wait for the battle for second. Lambert goes through shot now. And there is Geordie Thomas in 4th position. Thomas is chasing down Thomas Bastis. Favellini checking over his shoulder to see where his rivals are, but he definitely has the pace in comparison to the rest. Geordie Thomas, though, starting to close the gap on Bastis. There is the pro rookie bashing through the water, the Monegasque. Back markers to the right-hand side. Oh, and Geordie Thomas going around the outside in the choppy water. That's a change of position then. Lambert, Geordie Thomas going through shot now. Bastis being dropped as this race progresses. This is where the fitness starts to kick in. I'll tell you what, Thomas looks like he might be able to get past Lambert again in his closing stages of the race, as happened in race 1. On board with Joe Harvey on the Kawasaki, still struggling to make headway, sitting in 7th position. Kawasaki much suited to more choppy conditions than this. Either way, the Englishman still pushing on. On board with Baptiste. On the right side, looks like he's been caught by Dave Huddleston. Huddleston round the outside. Oh, and that's an error. He's gone the wrong side of the mark. He's turned in a bit too early. He'll have to take the penalty buoy, and that'll hand the position back to Baptiste. And there he goes. Huddleston to the right-hand side, around the black buoy. An extra amount of work to do, but he carries a bit more speed along the beach, and I think he'll soon get back past and back into position again. Either way, here's Jordi Thomas. Now, looks like he's made a pass on Lambert. There's Lambert, so Lambert down to third position, Thomas up to second. And now, how is Favellini feeling at the front of the field? Does he have the pace to hold on for victory? Plenty of choppy water and back markers going on. There's Thomas Baptiste entertaining the crowd. Nice little Superman. So here comes Thomas Favellini. He's led from the start. This time the machine has not put a foot wrong. He's not a foot wrong either. And it's 25 points. Yeah, he's happy with that. Shakes hands with Jordan Lambert, who is on the podium this time in third position. Jordi Thomas in second. There we go, the points. Favellini, Thomas, Lambert. Huddleston was fourth in the end. Harvey sixth. And Baptiste dropped down to eighth.
Aquacross platform consists of both enduro and sprint racing. So what's the difference between enduro and sprint? Well, I'll try and explain. Enduro is for the larger sit-down watercraft, whereas the sprint is for the stand-up craft or the smaller single-seaters. But there is another difference. Endurance plays out on much larger courses of up to 2 miles in length, whereas the sprint class is much smaller and quicker in duration, and you need a lot of skill and agility to win. But don't take my word for it, the 2018 Aquacross Sprint class kicks off this weekend. Joe, fantastic day yesterday. You had a second place finish. A little bit more of a difficult day with a sixth place finish. What happened?
Yeah, to be honest with you, I mean, in terms of difficulty, yesterday was the harder race, but it just so happened to suit me. I mean, I like it rough. That's where I've always shown my skills, kind of thing. But I mean, out there, the first race of today, it's just way too flat, and the Kawasaki just hasn't got any speed, and well, comparison to the Yamahas and the new Sea-Doo, so you're fighting a losing battle, really, to be honest with you. So fingers crossed. It looks like it's chopping up a little bit now. See how we get on.
A better day for Thomas Favellini as he came back fighting for a first place position. Not far behind was Jordi Thomas, and Jordan Lambert chased his way up to secure a third place position. Stay with us for race 3.
We're on board once again for race 3. A little bit more chop than we saw in race 2. That should favour some of the more aggressive riders. It's all to play for in the final race of the weekend. Thomas sitting at the top of the leaderboard with 45 points and should be able to secure victory. Michael Legal is our onboard cameraman as they head down towards that first left-hand turn. Less wind speed, conditions still flat, and air temperature pretty consistent as what we've seen for the rest of the weekend. On board with Dave Huddleston. Mixed results so far, and has plenty of riders ahead of him, so he's not in a good position coming towards this first mark. That's Favellini who leads though. Into the hole shot and he gets it once again. Battle for second. And it was, looks like Jordan Lambert got absolutely pummeled by Thomas going up the inside. Baptiste capitalised and it looks like he's gone up into third position. So a great fight, nice and smooth conditions. There is Baptiste on that red machine. And it looks like he's trying to get up into second spot. Favellini is the leader. Back on board with Huddleston. Back of the pack. Oh, water everywhere. That was a mistake. He got sideways. Couldn't see where he's going. And as soon as the ski comes out the water, you have absolutely no way to control it. Jordi Thomas still sitting in second and getting involved now with the AM classes. 555 there, Carl Lofthouse. And 981 was Johan Gulbert, who disappeared out of shot pretty quickly. Difference between the Pro and AMs, there is a speed limit for the AM category, and that's why the Pros last pass so fast. On board again with Favellini. Nice and smooth water when you're out in the lead. And he was absolutely flat out even through the turns. Baptiste holding on to third position. And that's Joe Harvey right on his tail, and then Tim back behind him. Michael Legale further back. Just 200 horsepower, the AM Championship leader. And he's unbeaten so far this year. Looks like Tim Batt has edged out Joe Harvey. And there's Baptiste coming through shot. So Baptiste is in third, and if he stays there, he'll get third overall. Huddleston is now moving at the back of that pack. And he's having a better run of things. He has finished in fourth. We go back on board with him now. And as you get further out in the water, away from the beach, it definitely is a little more choppy. Whoa. Really hard conditions on the body after they've already done an hour's worth of racing plus practice and qualifying, and now they're having to deal with this one last time. That is Thomas in second position. Somewhere ahead of him is Favellini, and they're about half a lap ahead of the chasing pack. It's taken a while, but there is our third position rider on the 46 Kawasaki, Tim Batt. Third position in Heat 1. And he looks like he's on course for third position again. Last lap board, the white flag goes out for Favellini, and it looks like a double victory he's on course for doing. The crowd are going wild, and the checker flag flies. Favellini picks up another victory, another 25 points ahead of Thomas, and Tim Batt in third. Harvey ahead of Huddleston, and Baptiste in that battle just off the podium. But the weekend goes to Jordi Thomas, 65 points, with Favellini a maximum of the two races that he finished in second ahead of Tim Batt, and Joe Harvey equal on points for third position. So a win and 2 second positions for Jordi Thomas on the Sea-Doo, and he stands atop the top of the podium with Favellini and Batt. I'm glad to finish second. I think I could have got the first position if I didn't have that small issue in the first race, so I've lost some points to the championship. If there's still some races left, I've got a chance to get back on top.
I feel very good. I am happy for win here. I'm very great for this championship. Meant for me. Race the next year too.
What a fantastic weekend for Jordi Thomas, who took a win and 2 second places to take the overall. Thomas Favellini won races 2 and 3. From here we move on to the UK and Minehead on the Bristol Channel, and we would love it if you could join us there.